Hey everybody, it is Dave back with you this evening, getting in a quick after work sunset paddle. The days are getting shorter, the air is getting a little cooler, and the leaves are dropping. So get ready for this time of year. This is a risky time of year for kayakers. We get in the water and we are used to paddling in a nice warm weather all summer long, a nice warm water. Now things are starting to get cooler. We need to start thinking more and more about hypothermia and what happens if things go wrong. So keep that in mind. Always dress for the weather, dress for immersion, and always have enough emergency gear with you. To that end, I have assembled a kayaker survival kit, and if you're watching this on the blog, it's going to be a link up here over on the right somewhere. Go check that out. That's one of the few ways I have to support this channel. And Brett over at Adventure Otaku gave a state of the channel address from his YouTube channel, and I'll drop a link to that below. It's Adventure Otaku. It's one of the few other kayaking channels I actually watch because I appreciate that he's an independent guy. He doesn't have huge sponsorships, and I find him always insightful, and it's interesting to see his creative work. But yeah, we've all noticed, and Brett, I'm going to confirm what you see, is YouTube is not rewarding our smaller channels the way they used to. Our subscription rate is dropping, our viewership is dropping, so something's going on with the algorithm where they're not serving up our videos as much as they did. So I would just urge you, if you are a viewer of this channel and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'm getting dangerously close to 10,000 subs at this point, and maybe if I get to 10, the algorithms will favor me a little bit more. But it's demotivating as a creator because, you know, you put more and more effort in, you get more and more content out there, and you would think you would get more and more subs and views, but that's not necessarily the case depending on YouTube, how they decide to throttle you, or what they recommend or what they don't. So it's a crapshoot. As soon as we start to get successful, they find a way to change algorithms and knock us back down. So yeah, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. One of the only ways I have right now to monetize this site is by doing smartwatch and smart ring reviews. And actually, as I was a content creator for kayaking videos for the longest time, I think I've been at this for 10 or 12 years, I didn't really move the needle much with my content until I started doing smartwatch reviews, and that's why most people have subscribed to this channel. So I need to keep feeding that. Plus, I just love the technology. This is a smart ring review I'll do in the next few days. And on the other hand, if I can do this without dropping the phone, I've got a smartwatch review here coming up. I've got a product review and a smartwatch and fitness tracker review playlist on my YouTube channel. Go check those out. Tech people, I hope you understand me and put up with my kayaking videos. Kayakers, I hope you put up with me doing reviews of gear. So it's you know, I think it all fits together nicely under the umbrella of health and fitness. So in my mind, it works perfectly. I'm sure others feel differently. Lastly, I created 2 pieces of content on my website over at davethekayaker.com. One is a basic article describing the basics of kayaking. And you can go, again, if you're on my blog, it's up here on the right somewhere. There's a link, the basics of kayaking for beginners and newbies. The basic things you need to know about kayaking. And then there's another article that I wrote about how to paddle a kayak faster. Now, as people get into the sport and they become more and more advanced, it's a natural question, how do I go faster? Whether it's to keep up with a group or people entertain the idea of starting to race or whatnot, they want to know how to paddle faster. I compiled what I've learned over the years. Spoiler alert, it's don't be an arm paddler. Plant your blade and then rotate your torso. Don't be an arm paddler. You want to be doing this motion, and everybody's vomiting out there right now, but you want to rotate your torso. You don't want to be just doing this with your arms, because then you're utilizing the larger muscle groups and getting power out of it and push with your legs. Make sure you've got the proper paddle. Make sure you've got the proper paddle angle. And it's really about core and using an efficient boat and an efficient paddle. Once you really optimize your stroke and the paddle, then you can worry about optimizing the boat later. And in general, the longer and skinnier a kayak is, the faster it's going to be, but it's also going to be tippier. So there's always a trade-off between speed, performance, and stability. So yeah, go check out that article up here. And I think I'm going to leave it right there and go hit the water. Thanks for being here. I had some major life changes this past year. I still have to work for a living. I went through a job change back in the summer, so I haven't been as diligent in creating kayaking content as I would be. But last Saturday we did the James River regatta race in Scottsville on the James. Had a great day there. That video just posted, I think, 2 days ago, so go check that out. And yeah, come visit me at davethekayaker.com. I'll be back in touch very, very soon. Thank you so much.
Thunder roars and the ground shakes. Darkness creeps as the morning breaks. Voices loud, the crowd ignites, rising up for freedom's fights. Subscribe to the channel and go jump in a kayak. Raise your fist, stand up strong and never retract. Engines revving, the storm is at your back. Subscribe to the channel and go jump in a kayak.
Hey, just a few more random thoughts here as I'm out of my kayak now. I always have my best thoughts when I'm in a kayak out on the water. It was a beautiful evening, and just a few thoughts here. First of all, I'm a middle-aged man, fully clothed, and that's part of the reason I don't have the success that some YouTube channels have. Those of us who are creators kind of watch other people's videos to see, all right, are people talking about their statistics rising or climbing, subs or whatnot? And I can make a prediction. Young, attractive females who wear very little clothing have the best performing channels on YouTube in general, so I will say that. As I was on my way to the boat ramp today, they're all kind of state police that had the roads closed, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then all of a sudden, behind Walmart and Sam's Club, 3 black buses came in, and it was the Florida State football team rolling into town. I'm in Charlottesville, Virginia. They are playing University of Virginia tomorrow night at Scott Stadium. I've got some good news and some bad news for University of Virginia football team. The good news is when I was paddling out here, I actually saw a double rainbow over the reservoir in Charlottesville, Virginia, and typically that would be a good sign for the local team, right? Well, the bad news is it was at the end of the reservoir that's closest to the DoubleTree Hotel where Florida State is staying. So interpret that how you want. My team is playing Saturday night. Penn State's playing Oregon. That's the game I care about. Let's go Lions. And I'll make another bold prediction about Coastal Carolina University. I think they're playing Old Dominion. Just talking about the state here. I believe Old Dominion is playing in Conway at, let's say, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I was there a couple weeks ago, and I'll make one bold prediction about this game, and that's that the people who attend that game are going to crush a lot of hot dogs and nachos. So that's my prediction for that game. Penn State, I think, might be able to eke out a win this year. I think their fortunes are changing this year. I hope, I think. That's from the heart, not necessarily from my brain, but I think Penn State has a really good chance of knocking off Oregon Saturday night. And yeah, I don't know if you've heard it yet or not, but subscribe to this channel and go jump in a kayak.
Subscribe to this channel and go jump in a kayak. Raise your fist, stand up strong and never retract. Engines revving, the storm is at your back. Subscribe to this channel and go jump in a kayak.